Okay, hello everybody. How we doing? Welcome back to another Valorant broadcast here. We are here with Valorant. So as we continue to prepare, we're gonna have the 18 match, which is going to be Team Smite versus Liberty High School. Unfortunately, I do not know much about Liberty High School, but we are going to see how the match goes, and yeah, just see how it goes. Match should be starting here any minute now. Fortunately, we're just waiting for readies and all that stuff. So as soon as the match is ready, then we'll be live. You guys will have to pardon me a little bit. I do not know as much about Valorant as I would maybe like to. But I will do my best to continue to solo cast up here and just see how the match goes overall. So as soon as I get okay that we are good to start, I will start the lobby here. And I won't switch over for you guys until the lobby actually starts and all that fun stuff. But it's going to be an exciting match. Big name we have to mention is Cerebral Ray, or Lynn. Currently potentially up for a all-star with Stay Plugged In for Valorant. So I'll be focusing on her a little bit more, just to see what she can do. You know, she's a highlight player tonight. Also, let's not take any discredit from, we have another potential all-star on that team, Evan, or Thunder, in game. He is an all-star nomination for Rocket League, so we'll also get some stuff from him, but obviously his main game being Rocket League. That's more of my specialty, so I'm a little biased, but really good team comp overall. I know that this Smite team has been working really hard for their team comp, so we'll see how they do. Obviously, just to run down the roster real quick, I know you guys can't see anything, so once you guys do see everything, then I'll bring it back and make you guys aware. But we have Raptor or Colin, we have Cerebral Ray or Lynn, then we have 4-Slot Toaster or Atlee, we have Animal Team or Evie, and then finally, but certainly not least, Evan, aka Thunder. So yeah, this team is pretty much unchanged. They've been a team for together for a little while. Atlee being the new addition to that team, so it'll be really interesting to see how they do, and yeah, just see how they continue to lock in as a unit. So pardon me real quick as I take a drink. Still waiting here for any confirmation about being ready or anything. But everyone is in the lobby, so we are just actively waiting for a ready. I will do my best to explain Valorant as much as possible as the match goes, and give you guys the updates, the highlights, and all that fun stuff. So real quick, as we break down this roster a little bit more, I kind of talked specifically about Lynn and Evan, but player-wise, you know, this team has some really good players that potentially pop off and potentially put the team on their back. So we look at Colin. He's a star player. He can play this game pretty well. You know, he's almost plat, and if he locks in, you know, he can really do well. I have someone currently waving to me. Mr. Thunder is up here currently grabbing a refreshment before he locks back in. So, yeah. So Colin really can pop off here. Really can represent and show, you know, what he can do. And you know, he's a big part of this momentum for this team. You know, he's typically the main duelist. You know, he's either duelist or smokes, and if he is duelist and, you know, he's getting those quick picks and everything like that, the rest of the team feeds off that, and they really use him as kind of that foundation block of momentum to give themselves a little bit of forward progress when it comes to building their team comp. Also, we have Evan. Evan also very similar rank to Colin. Also another player that can very easily pop off, you know, might start a little cold or anything, but once he gets locked in and finds his rhythm, he can really lock in and can change this way of the game. He's very much a team player. So we will start the game here. And I think I might have started too early, but No, we're fine. We're fine. So I'm not gonna switch it over yet, but match has just started, so we will. Looks like we might be having some technical difficulties.
Choose your agent.
All right, sorry about that. We had a little bit of a miscommunication there, but seems like we are getting the game started. So again, little miscommunication between myself and Coach Ben. That's my bad. That's on me. But now we'll get switched over here. So as you can see, I'll explain a little bit about the team comps we have here. So the Smite team, which is the team that we'll be watching, currently looking like a Clove, a Reyna, an Omen, a KJ or Killjoy, and a Gecko. So very interesting to see how we kind of start out the game here, especially after miscommunication on how to start. But I think everyone was ready. I think it's all right there. So we're gonna find Lynn here. Again, as we kind of feature her a little bit. And so Lynn right now is playing Killjoy, which is a very holding agent, right? She does a very good job at holding sites and everything. So we'll see how she does. And no information yet on site, but we will see where to go. Looks like they could potentially be A. So we switch to it here. Oh, just spot B. Right now, Lynn just staring at a wall. Oh, and Thunder there, quick death. That's not great for the Smite team.
Right there.
Looks like we are getting some pings. Might be on A site, might be tree here. Atlee, though, kind of stuck here in this position. Probably needs to rotate out, but continues to say, and unfortunately gets a quick death. We are full A site, so we do need to do something. Evie, though, there gets a kill with her couple shots and then her grenade. So, unfortunately, doesn't find that one, and now it is just Lynn. And she gets one, though. Let's see if Lynn can really come back here. Does shoot the flash, but unfortunately can't find the last kill. A little rattled that first round. That was a pretty aggressive push from the current attacking team, or the Liberty team. A little unlucky. I think our team needs to lock in a little bit here and just work out what we're gonna do. I think we're a little rambled, especially after the miscommunication and the early start and all that. So, find Lynn here.
Placing swarm grenade. Bot coming back.
And see what they're gonna do, what comps are gonna set up. I'm currently setting up her turret. Smokes are there. Also, I didn't really get to comment too much about it, but we are running a double smoke comp with one duelist, one initiator, one sentinel, and 2 smokes. So, very interesting. Looks like no information yet.
Enemy spotted me.
Actually, I think I misspoke. Thunder is on the Reyna. It does see some mid. It looks like they could be going to B. Maybe there gets killed pretty quickly. Let's find Atlee here on A. And unfortunately, gets gunned down. This is not looking good for this team. We're gonna have a full rotate here through spawn. Let's see what Lynn can do. Maybe she potentially find a pick mid. Looks like she's gonna go through tree here to support Evan, potentially on the flank too. There is a clove smoke, so let's see what she does. Unfortunately, gets flashed and just doesn't shoot the eye and gets double swung. So a 2v3 right now. Evan picking up a good kill.
Drop in a smoke. Right here.
Evan here is having a lot of sound cues. Continue to play together. Plant has not been made yet, so they have
30
all the time
seconds
right
left.
now. We could potentially see a rotate from B rotate to B from Liberty as we continue to build here, and it looks like that's what it might be if I had to guess. Probably a Plant B gonna make the Smite team to play a little bit of retake here on B site.
Spike
Yep,
planted.
and there it is. It is on B, so we will see. They have to play together here, unfortunately. I believe we do have Evan with an Ares here. And they do find one. Okay, that's really good for them. Now making it an even 2v2. Let's see as they continue to retake the site. They are playing together. Doorway is closed, but they are just going to fire right through it.
There.
They check corners.
One enemy remaining.
And Colin there gets up a clean kill covering for Evan. Let's see if they find last one. Evan picks up a Spectre, and they get him. Good stuff there from Smite. Really good awareness just to play together, right? I mean, they played together the whole time, and every single time that they, you know, either of them were getting shot at, got put in a scared position, the other one was there to cover for the one.
I'm terrible when
Sorry about that, as Evan absolutely blows out our eardrums. So far, you know, 1-1. Teams played well, especially that second round. We do have some guns now. I should be able to bring up. So yeah, we do have a full loadout here. Looks like we are potentially full buying for those of us that didn't survive last round, and the two that did survive are gonna have a lot of extra creds to you know, kind of continue to play. So it looks like we're gonna have an interesting setup. Let's go back to Lynn here. Let's see what she's gonna do here on the Vandal. On B side by herself. Well, no, actually, I was wrong. I misspoke. I believe Colin is there with her, but fully set up. Hey, Evan sees one mid. Let's see potentially if we're gonna have a rotate to mid or what the what Liberty's gonna do here.
no peeking.
I do hear some smokes going off, but no awareness on where anyone is yet. Playing very smart, very close right now. Looks like some util being used on B. Could Lynn potentially swing? She swings. Unfortunately, doesn't get the kill. Only took a little bit of damage though. Does have to back up. Gets one though.
Spike down. B.
Gets two. Let's see if she can find another. Gets three. Oh my gosh, Lynn absolutely popping off. Can she get a 4K this round? Let's see if she can find them. The team does know where they are. Let's see if she can get them. And she gets them through the box. Wow, what a great round there from Lynn. Good 4K. Absolutely phenomenal there from Lynn. Also, something I want to comment on there. She didn't panic. She played very safe, you know, very aware of her surroundings, and plays that phenomenally. So, great awareness there from Lynn. It's really good to see her pop off this game, too. We'll continue to watch her
Placing swarm
as we
grenade.
look at Ehan again.
Placing swarm grenade.
It looks like everyone is again, we're full buying. Thunda's still on that Ares. He's still just saving up a bunch of credits. We could potentially see an op from him, which would just absolutely be insane, especially this early on in the game. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Lynn playing B site again. As a sentinel, this map is very heavy for KJ main going B site, kind of either with one person or by themselves. So it doesn't surprise me the way that this team is loading up. Could potentially find some people A here. Looks like Evie's gonna shoot some shots into the smoke. And we do know that that is this Gecko ability. 3 peek out from A main. But Evan gets one and Atlee gets one and Evie finds one. So 2v3 right now. Lynn kind of rotating through mid here. Let's see if she can actually get someone on a rotate. She's kind of locked in right now. Kind of watching mid. I would assume we expect to see someone come through mid. But the question is are they going to be ready for Lynn to be there? Might they full rotate out also? Also a possibility. Luckily, Lynn's util is still at B, so if they do go on to B site, we will know about it.
One enemy remaining.
Evie gets a great kill there. They are on B. Lynn's going to swing them. Oh, he finds them. But doesn't taking shots,
30
playing
seconds
very
left.
smart, playing very safe here. Shoots through box, knows that's where they are. Can't find the kill though. And our teammates just came to support her. She distracted the enemy. So Evie there with the 3K, picking up a good round. 3-1 now in this game. Smite has got to be feeling good about themselves. Looks like we finally have Evan on the Vandal instead of the Ares, which is much better buy for him. So
Placing swarm grenade.
as we see Lynn here kind of gets set up using her util here. Lynn has been really holding this stair spot, backside of B, and it's been working out for us. So let's continue to see here. Also, we noticed the Gecko ult. Let's find Evie for a bit and see if she's going to use it here. Honestly, she probably should just for intel. We do have some shots there. She should probably use it this time. I don't know if we're going to see it. Just some shots through smoke there to see if you can get any crazy dinks. I don't know if it's going to happen. Atlee there to support her as well. So could potentially have a full rotate. Again, unfortunately, I think it's a little too late for Evie to use her ult, the Gecko ult. Evan finds a couple mid. Let's see if he gets a kill here. He plays this smart. There goes the smoke. Just going to fire through the smoke and kind of back up and let them have mid. Looks like they want to push through this mid. Evie's actually going to help him out a little bit just to buy him some time. Lynn's still holding her position. Looks like Evie might be peeking mid. Oh wow, they are on B. Unfortunately, Lynn gets killed.
I know exactly.
Let's find Colin here as he's close to sight. And we do see the Cypher ult there from Liberty, so Spike is down. Let's see what... There's the Gecko ult. Clearing some corners, trying to find someone. Doesn't find anyone. And there goes the flash too. They need to clear this site. It is currently a 3v3. Good kill there from Evie. Well, unfortunately, she gets it just... Oh wait, no, actually, I think Colin got it. Just in time.
One enemy remaining.
And a good swing there from Evie as she gets the last kill of the round. Honestly, the Smite team playing absolutely out of their minds right now. They're playing together as a unit. Again, wish we would have seen that Gecko ult a little earlier. I think for intel, especially when they were initially pushing A site, you know, we get a swing or two after that ult. You know, that's an easy 1-2K. To put us up on the round instead of down, but playing very well overall. We now have currently 2 Reyna ults, 1 on each team, and a Clove ult up, so could see potentially a Reyna ult here from either team, or potentially a Clove ult. The Clove ult's really interesting because it allows you to essentially resurrect yourself after you die. Now, unfortunately, you have to find a kill. You only get a certain amount of time to get a kill after you use it. But Evan there, real quick, getting a pick from mid. On the op, as I predicted. I figured he was going to buy it at some point this round. Colin also going mid. And there is the ult from Evan. Let's see if he kind of rushes, if he plays a little more aggressive. Let's see if he finds anyone. Having that boost in movement and the shooting boost. Looks like they could be going mid to B here. Evan just trying to find anyone, potentially get a kill here. Does find one. Colin picks it up though, on the op. And they're just going to run down. And Atlee picks up the last kill. That's a good kill for him as this team continues just to handle this Liberty team. I mean, unfortunately, 5-1. Liberty's got to change something up at this point because it is getting scary for this Liberty team. So, Colin currently on the op. Potentially he's going to drop it here for Evan. Potentially a gun switch. Yep, looks like we are going to see it. See if Evan can get another cheeky pick here mid. Also, we have Lynn fully set up on B by herself. Oh, looks like Colin is going to come help her out a little bit. So as we continue to go here, fortunately playing a little slower this round. Let's go back to Evan and see if he can find anyone with the op. Not playing super aggressive. Does decide to pick up the Vandal. Oh, it looks like they are going to be B, so we're going to find Lynn here. Let's see if she swings. She does. Doesn't find anyone. Does get shot at through the wall a little bit, but continues to play safe. Colin there on the 3K, quick. And Evan there getting one. There is one left, and they're just going to run him down. And Evan finds him. Unfortunately, Clove wasted the ult there. But honestly, Smite is just so far ahead that even with it being a little aggressive, I don't think it's going to matter too much. Looks like we're going to set 3 A site this time. Oh, no. Looks like Evan is going to continue his little jump peek mid that he's been doing. We're going to find Lynn. Also, Colin on the op. Maybe Colin's gonna peek mid with the op. See what we're gonna do here. Looks like he might be calling a timeout. Colin is gonna peek mid. Doesn't see anyone yet. Potentially does see a shot though. He's gonna hold an angle to see if he can find someone. We do hear some shots. I'm gonna assume it's on A site through the smoke. No sight yet from Colin. Let's go to Evie here and see if she can find anyone. Just playing very safe here, playing very smart, just holding, waiting for the other team to make push. We do have some smokes. I'm not sure if those were ally or enemy. Potentially a push here on the B site. I do hear some footsteps, so we could have a B site push. Or maybe an A side push. Actually, it is an A side push. I was misinformed. Evie there with a quick 1 and a quick 2. Let's see if she can find another. Unfortunately, caught mid-reload.
I know exactly.
They have to play this together, and unfortunately, the enemy team is going to know where all 3 of them are. So,
Spike planted.
if they play together, they can definitely win this. The Clove Vault gets wasted there from the enemy team, from Liberty. We have some audio gun drops. Colin there gets a quick 1. They're going to swing together. Unfortunately, they don't find anyone. There might be someone underneath. Lynn's going to jump through this smoke.
One enemy remaining.
Potentially here get on Spike. They are underneath. Let's see. We're going to have some spray through the smoke. No one can find him yet, though. Colin on the op. Doesn't find him. And unfortunately, Lynn can't clutch it out. It's a little bit of a heartbreaking loss. Maybe a little greedy from Colin to be on the op there. Yeah, that's just an unlucky 3v1. But unfortunately, in a game like Valorant, you can't let stuff like that get to your head. You really have to clean up and lock back in. Even in rounds where you should win, sometimes you're gonna get bested, and you can't let those affect how you play. So we have the KJ ult up here, which could be really good for a potential stalling out or potential retake of a site. So we'll see what happens with this. As we have Lynn pretty much fully be by herself. We do have Colin kind of lurking mid, and Evan there is going to get a kill pretty quickly. We do have some going through mid. Colin does a good job to get out, but is hurt. Not super badly, but pretty badly. Evie there with a quick 1. Evie there with a quick 2. Let's see if she finds a third. Finds a third. Can she find a fourth?
Spike down mid.
She knows he's there. Does get the 1. Does get the Phoenix on the ult, but unfortunately doesn't get the Cypher. So, but good kills there from Evie. They are together. They need to play this together. They're gonna take A side. We could potentially see a KJ ult there. She did pull it out for a second, and there it is.
Spike
They do
planted.
close the door. Are they gonna decide to go up top, or are they gonna go through door? Looks like they might do a little bit of both. They might swing this together. Unfortunately, smoked out up top, but only 1 player detained, so someone's probably still lurking somewhat near sight. I don't know where they are. And Smite plays that really well and gets the defuse there, so no problem for them. And looks like the Phoenix is just going to save there. Really want to highlight Evie that last round. Quick 3K. Honestly, probably should have been a 4K. Gets a little nutty with the Phoenix ult, kind of ego swinging her as well, but just a great round from Evie. Lynn here getting set up on B side as she's done every round. Also holding her stair spot. Potentially being a little too similar here. She's not really switching it up too much, so it'll be really interesting to see if they're expecting it. Wow, Evan there gets a quick 1K on the op. Let's see if he finds another. It looks like he's going to rotate out a little bit, potentially change his position. Does get grenaded from get-go, so they do potentially know where Evan is at. But doesn't find anyone, not quite yet at least. Let's see if he's going to swing mid or if he's going to stay where he's at. Does decide to back up, play with his team a little bit, which is probably the right move. Looks like we have some pushing B, so we're going to find B. Back on Lynn here. Lynn just staring at a wall. Unfortunately, Colin is down. Lynn probably needs to swing here as she's waiting for her team, which she's going to.
Exactly where you are.
Lynn gonna hold sight. Gonna see if she can get any picks.
One enemy
In a
remaining.
very hard angle. She can't
Spike
find anyone.
down,
We're going to
B.
find Evie. And Evie gets the last round. A very good round from Evie again. Evie really popping off these past couple rounds. Really, you know, I think had a 3K that round and a 3 or 4K last round. So
Damn, you love being here. Like way too
really
much.
helping her team out. We see Evan again on the operator. He continues to buy this. He's got some money still saved up. Definitely enough to buy for next round, but overall, I mean, money-wise, we're looking pretty solid, so no real problem for him to be buying the op. We also have the Vandal for him to recover as well. Looks like he's going to peek mid again. See if he can find anyone. Not finding anyone mid. We do hear the alt orb. I do believe it might have been B. Lynn holding in a little bit of a different spot here. See if she's going to find anyone. Nothing quite yet, though. Evan there might have seen someone through mid. But just continue to play safe. Play patient here. Evan gonna swing mid. No, doesn't find anyone. Pretty certain that they are B main though, so we could potentially see a swing here from someone. Also, maybe Evie holding down A just in case we see a full rotate.
Oh yeah, monster on the loose.
We have a Gecko ult. Does sound like it is gonna be A. Unfortunately, there Evie picked up one, but then instantly died. So Evan looking through mid, doesn't see anyone. Door is getting closed on him,
30
so
seconds
he's either gonna
left.
have to break it or go through up top. Lynn there also helping him break it, holding both angles.
Spike planted.
Lynn's gonna swing.
One
Does find
enemy
one.
remaining.
Can she find the other? Unfortunately, Colin comes from behind and gets the kill. Good round. They played together. They played really well that round. So, and you notice they had the split push. So they had 2 from up top and then 2 from mid tree area, which was really great awareness from them as well.
Last round in the half.
Last round and a half. As we continue to go on here,
Reloading.
Lynn again gonna set up her util B. That's pretty standard for KJ. So just set up B. As again, I said earlier on in the game.
Bomb grenade.
Lynn here looks like she's gonna hold boxes again, or crates. I'm not totally sure what that is called, but so unfortunately, the bad thing about those is you can shoot through them. So it doesn't really give you a great angle if the other team comes B main too. But so we have Evan not on the op, just on the Vandal, which is kind of surprising, especially with the fact that it is the last round before the half. He's gonna shoot through smoke a little bit, see if he can't find anyone. No one yet. Let's find someone A site. Looks like they could be coming A this round. Some shots through box there. Evie does get dinked a little bit, but not too much. She doesn't need to panic quite yet. Atlee there to support her.
Right there.
While Evan's gonna find someone peeking mid. Does use his ult. Unfortunately doesn't find the clove, but does dink her for a bit. Sees 2. Can't really swing here. He knows he's gonna get outgunned. Does swing. Does find the Gecko.
Spike down mid.
See if he can get another. He does fire some shots. Oh, unfortunately gets caught out a little bit. The opposite range tries to blind Evan, but can't find him. Evie there finds one. Unfortunately, he's taken out. Atlee here on A side, kind of by himself. Needs to stall here for
30
time.
seconds
Does get
left.
smoked off. We have Evan, though, coming through tree. Also might be rotating up top.
Spike planted.
Full rotate up top. No one coming through tree here, so if they play this together, they can definitely play well. Evan, they're finding a quick one.
One enemy remaining.
Helen helping him out.
Reloading.
Unfortunately, they don't know where the Reyna is. Evan's just going to play A-side main and finds her. Very good round there from Evan. All right,
Well, hello, esteemed
I have a
co-caster.
little bit of a guest coming up mid-game that kind of
How
helped
are
me
we
out.
doing, sir?
We have Coach Kyle.
sides.
How are you doing, good sir?
Coach Christian, I'm doing fantastic, man. I love watching a good old-fashioned game of Valorant. It's been a hot minute since I've played. Would like to point out I have a 100% success rate in Valorant, 1-for-1 on kills in my one game of Valorant that I've played here. So not to brag,
There.
not to kind of an expert, would consider myself probably the best.
Hey, you know, that sounds like, you know, better percentage than I've ever had. You know, I'm gonna take your word for it.
All right, so what are we hopping into right now?
So we're currently watching Team Smite, which is
Yep.
the team on the right side here.
Yep, fantastic.
There.
Their game just switched to the half, so we're currently at a 10-2 lead for Smite right now.
Well, it's a fantastic lead to start with.
Correct. They are now going on the attack side,
Okay.
and we're gonna see how they play.
I like it. I'm excited. One of the things that I really like about Valorant as somebody who came from like OG CSGO is, again, and you see it right there while it happens, it's the ability to peek and play those angles, hard angles like that. See? And of course they're playing a hard angle too.
down, mid.
But then you get that with those sort of MOBA-esque powers. I love it's such a fun little angle to have.
Absolutely.
I got the spike.
And I think that as we talk a little bit about it, the interesting that Valorant takes is its place in the market. You know, you very fairly comparing it to CSGO or CS2
Yes.
or whatever you want to call it, which it is probably most
It's CS,
like.
it's CS.
But also having that uniqueness of having the abilities and kind of the more Overwatch, looter shooter-esque kind of feel.
It softens the hardest edge with CS that I found when I was like playing and trying to get other people to play, which is a lot of times in CS, right? It's the holding of that angle, it's the getting the headshot, it's the understanding the importance of an eco
Yep.
round. It's all of the things that are like what I would consider really nitty-gritty hardcore strategy. And that like when you're trying to get into it as a casual player, that's hard to do. But man, if you couch that in like, oh, I can also shoot like shadow nukes out of my
Yep.
hands, suddenly you're like, I'm willing to do the work a little bit more,
Yeah,
which is kind of
correct.
fun.
Yeah.
Might still hold it down, doing a good job. I'm a little worried. I keep seeing a couple of our players take these really aggressive moves where there's no cover to dart in and out of. And again, I love the boldness. I applaud the boldness, but oof, the hardcore shooter player in my heart is just like, oh, please, for the love of all that's good and holy, hug the sides of that room.
Yeah, I
Please find a
completely
place to
understand.
recover.
I'm gonna say, and as we talked about that, I mean, Smite lost that last round, maybe being a little too aggressive. So
Well, and that's the one thing I do love it. Like, it's something I know that Coach Ben has been working on them with is like that sort of, I don't want to call it unleashed aggression, but sort of focused aggression,
Yup.
where it's like you can afford to be confident, you can afford to take those big plays, but just don't do it in a way that is be counterintuitive. Or a way that's
Correct.
foolish.
I agree.
Don't do those things, right?
And as we're talking about it, I mean, we see a much more passive play style, just playing time here, playing for spike.
One of the things that I
One
love
enemy
too is they're
remaining.
like, all right, I'm gonna. Oh, there it is.
There it is. We find all the kills. Unfortunately, we died to spike, but
You know, I mean,
It is what it is.
But
It is
what it is. But I will say the one thing I actually liked was he had an idea, a general idea of where the person was. So shooting into essentially, I always want to call them smokes. They're not.
That's
okay,
okay.
all right,
That's
all
okay.
right, cool. Because I'm always like, are they called? Because again, I
Yep.
try so hard breaking myself with the
The
CS terms.
CS stuff.
But one of the things that I liked was they're like, I'm hugging the angle, right? So they've got decent cover in there already, and they're shooting into the smoke where they think the enemy is going to be, right? It's crazy because when you're explaining this game to some people who have never played Valorant and maybe never watched Valorant before, it's crazy how much the angles or like you are playing to where you think the enemy is going to be, which is so fun. So yep, there's the smoke for cover already from the
Yup.
opponents. Again, love that move though of hopping in the crates, getting out, getting to the wall. Solid call. Not sure I love the idea of stepping into the smoke. Oh, we have a firefight. Whoa, and two great
One
kills.
enemy
yeah,
remaining.
two
Well
great
done.
picks. Evan there gets a third.
Seriously, well done there by Evan. And again, exactly the fundamentals that we're talking about. Finding a corner where you've got decent cover, hitting the areas where you think the opponent is going to be, and putting yourself in the right place at the right time. It's like 90% of what Valorant's really
Absolutely,
all about.
absolutely.
That's
The
spike.
Great
Arda
for an old man
playing
like
here.
me.
True.
My
The reflexes aren't what they used
Yeah,
to
my
be.
reflexes are not. Shocker, the Fortnite coach can't. I get cranked 90s on all the time. I can't keep up with that Twitch reflexes.
No, I getcha.
Looks like another victory for Smite, which is absolutely spectacular.
Yup.
Well done there by the team.
And Smite's going to be on match point right here, so Liberty really has to do something different if they want to take a round off.
I'll be honest, and again, that last game that we just saw is exactly the kind of Valorant that you want them playing. It's the good fundamentals, aggressive, but not too aggressive. You're not playing passive, you're playing confidently, but you're also playing
Yup.
intelligent.
Correct.
Is exactly the thing that you want.
Yeah.
So for you, Christian, is there like a standout, or is there a player on our team that you're looking for to make like a big moment or a big play? Like I know Evan has been working really hard on those angles, which I love. I know I've been getting a chance to like listen and watch EDB and IGL, which has been super cool.
Yeah, so
But
specifically, I'm going to shout out two people here. Evan and Colin are pretty much both players that at any point can really lock in and can really take control of the game. Everything they have about them kind of backs that up, whether that be their aim, their utility, their game sense. They are very well versed in the game. They know what they're doing. So at either point, and as we've seen the couple rounds you've been up here, Evan just continuously getting 1, 2, 3K rounds.
Yeah, as long as he's holding those angles and holding that down. One of the things I want to say for the viewers back at home, it was interesting to watch. Again, we talked about the abilities and how important they are. That sort of corrosive sludge that they chuck at the beginning. It's so cool to like watch people in Valorant use their abilities, because if you played MOBAs like League of Legends or anything like that, you might be thinking to yourself, oh man, I want my abilities to get kills. But what you'll notice is they chuck that ooze near that doorway to force oncoming teams from defending that point away from the choke point. So a lot of it is just like using your abilities for utility or positioning, which is huge.
Something, especially in Valorant, you see a lot of is intel is massive for ability usage. So you'll see, I mean, even some ults, so I highlight the Gecko ult here. Like, if you get hit with that, you know, it takes away your gun and you're super slow and everything. But a lot of the time, you see that ult used mainly for intel, just to see where the enemies are.
Another great angle peek.
Yep, Lin there gets a quick one. Unfortunately, double flash here. Lin backs up. He's isolated.
Spike down mid.
Teammate
She might just be playing save
10
here.
seconds
Looks like
left.
she is just gonna play save. But
Yeah, I don't blame her for that necessarily. Hug that corner.
might be
Especially
able to
because
get a peek here.
Yeah, well, that's the direction that the spike carrier was just killing him. So I think she's assuming, yeah, it's a hard loss, but it is interesting. I was talking to a Rainbow Six Siege player. Very nice.
Demonstrate to be an immortal.
You know, we did lose the match, but we got that last one last little spike kill right in there.
And you would know coming from CS, I mean, that helps break the other team's econ, especially, you know, now that person has to buy all their abilities again and buy their gun again and all
that's
that
exactly what
stuff,
we were talking
so.
about. Like when we were like, all right, she's playing conservatively, she's looking in the direction, she knows the spike carrier came in. I was talking to a Rainbow Six Siege player, I guess, and I don't know a ton about Rainbow Six, but there's a drone carrying character in that game, and I don't think they're very good. Someone made the comment that like, if we could get the drone that gives us intel, they would be the best character in Valorant by a very wide margin. I was like, that's super funny. Yeah, it's crazy how much actual planning, strategy, like macro moments, that kind of stuff goes into this game every single round, every single
Absolutely.
time.
And this is a game where you really don't have a lot of time. You know,
No.
I mean, you're making split-second decisions potentially when to use your abilities and stuff. So
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the genius of this game when Riot was making it was that and see, that's what I'm talking about. You can't just stand in the middle of those crates. If they played to the left, maybe it made a harder target for them. No, that's the fundamentals, the stuff that you have to keep in mind. See, and again, we expose ourselves.
Yep.
You know, you could have hugged along that wall, used that column to block the right side of your body while you flanked out to get the left side kill. It's tough. It's tough.
I agree, 110%.
Literally though, it's fundamentals.
Yep, it is, and that's every time.
That's true. That's every game.
So, unfortunately, Liberty there taking a quick 2 rounds. Smite's still on match point here, but potentially a little more nervous now.
Maybe. And this is something I know this team has worked really hard on, has been their mental when they feel like they're. I know there's been some concern about snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, as it were. Like when this team is thinking and working really hard and they've got the confidence to do it, I really don't think there's any other team that can beat them. Again, I'm biased, obviously. I'm rocking a Valhalla B.
Of course.
but it's one of the things that like I would have loved. Again, like some of our players, they're making some fundamental errors in positioning and targeting. Like, you gotta be careful. You gotta play it right. See that he pops the
Good kill there from Lin.
fundamentals that we love. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Knew he was in a bad position, chucked the shield down, and then immediately decides to get some kill by playing the angle intelligently. That's 100% what I'm talking about.
Unfortunately, I think Lin got a little jump scared right there.
Yeah, well, not a whole lot you can do about that, truthfully, right? They threw the smoke down. I mean, maybe you can back it off, but I think Lin's trying to watch the turret there, so... Another loss. A dagger for the Valorant team.
Yeah, Liberty really starting to come back. It's got all the momentum in their side right now, so Smite here has to do something different to just close this game out. I mean, they only need one more round, but...
Well, and I think the thing is, right, I think it's the mental of, like, knowing and understanding that we got it. And I think, like, that's which is, I'm speaking as an esports athlete yourself, and I know that you know this, sometimes, man, that mental is the hardest thing that you can do. Truly, it is, like, knowing that, like, no, if it gets bad or we get down to the wire, I still got it. I still got the skills. So,
Yeah, I mean,
very
something-
curious to see how this evolves.
Something that I do in stressful situations, and even, you know, in the buy round and stuff they could do, you just take a step back, you know, maybe roll your chair back a little bit, take a couple of deep breaths, like you refocus that energy and that momentum, and you just lock in and you know you're better. And
I'm a
you'll get
knuckle
it.
cracker. That's what I'm like. It's a stretch. It's a get the shoulders loose, get the knuckles loose. Right, hugging that area right.
Yup. You do have the all here from Evan, so
Ooh, nice
he gets
kill.
one.
There it is. Nice.
Gets two.
Wow. What a big play there by Evan positioning. Oh,
Unfortunately, can't find the third.
Right there.
yeah, but now Evan has that knowledge. He knows where that other person is.
Yup.
That's huge.
Spike stick.
Huge. And as long as they play this intelligently and confidently,
Yup.
there's no way they lose this round. What a big play by Evan, man. That was incredible to watch him jump
Absolutely.
those angles. Oh, lost somebody.
Unfortunately, I don't think anyone knows that Lynn is in her spot right now, so
One enemy remaining.
Allie there picked up a
Last
great
player
kill.
standing.
Oh, and it looks
But
like
are
they're
they
coming
gonna?
toward. Yep.
Yup, they're coming from main.
She gets
And
it.
they
Yes.
see, and Lynn clutches it out for her team.
That is the genius, and obviously we're not privy to what's
Thank
going on with the
you.
team's comms. I would have loved to see if
Let's
Lynn
get
actually
out of here.
communicated to that and was like, "Hey, I'm going to hide in this corner if you want to lure them out into the opening," because she had that person dead to rights. Lynn had him dead to rights.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. And again, a little bit of a misplay from whoever that was on Liberty's part. Unfortunately, not, you know, checking that corner, a very often corner that people will hide in, and then just cleans them up.
And I can see in Liberty's defense, I can see why, right? They took a kill, took a second kill. They're like, oh my gosh, I got it. And again, and when you take those two kills, you're like, oh, if the person was in that corner, they would have hit me by now. So Lynn
Yep.
just waited and waited and
Yep.
waited, just to the right second. So
As we highlighted and talk about her a little bit, Lynn, a very patient player. We've seen in the past, no problem with trigger discipline. She will wait until she knows that the moment is absolutely right before firing
Yeah.
her gun. And that was a
It's
perfect example of it.
100%. And it's crazy because I think a lesser player in that situation probably would have caved and started spraying and might have actually lost the point. Whereas Lynn's like, no, I'm willing to it sounds cold. I'm willing to sacrifice two of my friends to make sure that I get the match point and the final kill. But again, it's the right move to make, right? It exposes them perfectly, and Lynn can just get an easy couple body shots
Well,
off.
and
it's
you can
over.
even spin that and talk about the trust, right? Lynn has so much trust in her teammates that she says, even if they can't get a kill, you know, if they can let me know where they're at, or, you know, unfortunately, if I don't swing and one of them dies,
Right.
I'm going to pick up that kill. And
Well,
it goes the same
And it
way.
goes both ways,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Yeah, like her teammates have so much trust in her. They're like, okay, if we both get domed, Lynn has the angle. We can trust that even if we have to lose for us to get the match point, Lynn's got it done and got it handled. So huge victory there. So love it. Looks like the
Absolutely.
Valor team is like freaking out.
Yeah,
in
I
the
think they're checking their
background.
night market right now. So
Yeah, I think so too, which is just such a fun thing. So
absolutely.
Oh.
Well, Coach Kyle, thank you so much for jumping up here towards
Christian,
the second half
thank
of that
you for
game.
having me, man. I love
Of
watching
course.
some Valorant. I'm going to leave these headphones right here, and I'll leave it in the hands of the esteemed professional.
Hey, thank you.
See you, man.
Yeah, have a good one. All right, so as we kind of close this stream out, I just want to thank everyone for potentially tuning in. I know we had some technical issues here and there, but obviously, you know, we're just doing proof of concept stuff, and that stuff we'll continue to work on. So continue to look forward to, especially Valorant matches. You should be live most of the time. So with all that being said, again, thank you so much for everyone that tunes in, all the supporters and all that stuff. Shout out to Smite as they get the W tonight, and you know, I'll see you guys next week. So Coach Christian here at Valhalla Esports Arena at Camp Hill, and personally for Coach Kyle, I will say have a good night.